is a quiz, right? It's all about 50-50 bounces or variations to it. I'm just gonna, let's try to get as many as we can. We have a lot of time today, so this will be good. We should be able to get to all of them. All right, I'm gonna start from here, and then you guys mark it. I'll give you guys a minute, and then we'll talk about it. All right. Whoops, wrong screen. There we go. I'll be quiet for a minute. Just mark the 50-50 bounces. All right, so here we go, right? Oops, the pen is yellow. Why is that? Okay, so we came up this anchor, ugly anchor, right? I'm looking for the rules are what? 1350 cross. The first pullback, 25 to 50 pips. Bounce off the water, and then I'm looking for entries after the RSI line, signal line cross above the static. That's the rule. So now if this one lines up here, I don't want to take this trade here because I got the Mayo sitting in front of me, so I wait for the proper shift candle, last the proper shift candle, no wicks. My entry is right there going long. I know it's in Asia, but let's not look at timing, let's look at the setups, okay? So that's your move. All right. The rule again is 1350 cross, first pull back to the water. Pullback is approximately 25 to 50 pips. Okay, all we need is the RSI line, signal line cross above or below the static. In this example, is above the static. All right, easiest thing to see ever. Okay, let's do the next one. Wow, this thing is opening up there. I don't know why. Question, Alice saying RSI didn't touch the static. The RSI doesn't have to touch the static. It can miss the static, okay, by up to 2 points. All right. So here's my beautiful anchor. Second leg naval pattern, railroad tracks. Ideally, your entry is right there going long. Okay, I got a nice out of the band in the band coming off the anchor. I got a 1350 cross. I got a first pullback. The question is, did it touch the water? The answer is no. So that's not that's the pullback, but that's not your set, right? Besides, you got to measure the distance from here to here. If it misses it, this cannot be more than 2 points. Okay, but this one didn't touch, so it's a moot point. You don't even consider this, right? So the pullback has to be 25 to 50 pips, which this one is. Obviously, you can see it's way more than this one, right? So this one doesn't matter. Pullback, it bounces. The distance from here to here got to be less than 2. Okay, close above the 13. RSI signal line cross, in this example, above the static long. You got to measure the distance from here to here. If there's enough pips, take it. If not, pass. That's your move. All right. I keep saying that I'm just going to keep saying the rules over and over again, so you hear it and it becomes second nature. You got to be able to regurgitate it so fast. Yeah, okay. All right. Let's do the next one. It gets harder, by the way. Okay. All right. So this one, get my pen. It's coming off the blueberry, right? Here's your anchor move. Railroad tracks, boom, right? The band in the band. Easy to see. That's your first move. Now, most people be like, well, this is my, not really, this is not a 50-50 bounce. We're looking for 50-50 bounces. This is a safety move, right? Because the 1350 never crossed, so this is a reset safety. Okay, 1350 cross right there. This is my first pull back to the water, 25 to 50 pips. You're looking to take this trade. Now, depends on the size of this candle. This candle is like 20, 25, 30 pips. You want a 50% pullback. If it's 15 pips, then you just do a 1/3 pullback. All right, so let's presume this candle is 30 pips. You wait for a 50% pullback. You make sure that there's enough pips here before you take the trade. All right, that's how you do it. This one didn't bounce off here, which is great. So if you want to take this trade, you have to make sure you have enough pips in here before you take this trade. All right. All right, next one. This one is really easy, right? As you can see, here is my anchor, right? More like an advanced stem. My first pullback, 25 to 50 pips, hit the water. When I take the trade, RSI is going to be below the signal line, below the static. Boom, that's your entry. Right, in this example, it hit the static, which is perfect. If it misses the static, for example, this is the thing, then the distance cannot be more than 2 points. If it misses it, okay? Obviously, we want to touch it, or we want to trap it. In other words, trap it means go above it and come back below it. That's nicer. All right. Next one. Okay, so some people are saying no set. So here's my anchor move, right? Coming up this anchor. Okay, so I got a 1350 cross right here, right? So I'm looking for a pullback, 25 to 50 pips. Okay, so after the 1350 cross, you may not even have the 25 to 50 pip pullback on this move. Okay, this is what you call a dribble bounce. People love to take these trades. They'll be like, okay, that's good. I'm going to go short. Wait, that didn't work. Short. Wait, that didn't work. Short. Oh yeah, that worked. All right. Then after the second one, you're like, I don't want to take it. The third one works. When it's that tight, okay, be careful. All right. In this example, the first one, RSI line probably did cross the signal line, then pull right back above it. The second one, RSI line signal line did not cross right here. It just exists right over there. And then on the third one, RSI signal line did cross, like down here. Okay. So if you take a scratch on the first one, make sure, and if this one unchecks, if it unchecks, in other words, it goes below and then comes back above, and then it looks like it never did anything, like that, never checks, never crossed, then you just wait for the cross, nice shift, and take it. Now, when it's dribbly like this, I personally don't like it. I don't take them. Okay, I call this a dribble bounce. All right. With dribble bounces, this is where most people take scratches. This is where most people take scratches, right here. They go short, they take a scratch, they go short again, they take a scratch, they take short. Oh, that won't work. Yeah, look at that. All right, there are other examples. We're going to look more at it. Okay, so this one, ugly anchor, right? So that's okay. Anchor is ugly, right? If you don't want to trade this anchor because it kind of looks ugly, simply pass, wait for the 1350 to cross, right? And then we wait for the first bounce. So here's my first pullback, 25 to 50 pips pullback. Now this one did not close right. This one did. This one closed above the Mayo. This one did. So you can't take this trade right here because guess what? The next candle promptly made you take a scratch. That's why you got to wait for it to clear the EMAs. Once it clears the EMAs, you're taking right there. Boom. Okay. Now, the rule with is if this one closes below the 13, back above, your best bet is RSI is above the market baseline. Just like any W half a band structure, right? Remember, on a out of the band, in the band, if you're taking the second leg, RSI has to be above the signal line, above the market baseline, which is right there. In theory, that's where your correct entry is. Okay? No difference over here. All right? When it goes below the 13 back above, it comes half a bat or a W formation, RSI is going to be above the market baseline. Okay? Excellent. Okay, so let's see another one. Okay, so beautiful, right? Shoulder, head, shoulder, anchor move. 1350 cross. First pull back to the water, 25 to 50 pips, bounce off the water. It missed it, so the distance cannot be more than 2, less than 2, right? RSI signal line cross, below the static, price close below 13 short. That's your move. Okay? This is the simplest setup. This is one of my favorite setups, by the way. It's so easy to see that, I mean, look at it. Right? This is a no-brainer. I don't even have to stop. Here's the anchor move, 1350 cross. First pull back, 25 to 50 pips, bounces off. The distance from here to here cannot be more than 2. Close below the EMAs. That's your move. That's lights out. This is a Mona Lisa. Okay? Easiest thing to see. Look at this one and think about it for a second, then I'll ask you a question. Okay. All right. So here's my half a bat anchor move, right? Boom. Takes out the nadir, 1/3 pullback, short. Done. Right? That's my first move. Okay. Beautiful trap of the quarter points and the whole 9, right? So I'm looking for the first pullback. So this didn't pull back to the water. Doesn't matter. The pullback starts from here. Pulls back and it drops. The question is with the 50-200 cross. Now the question is this the first leg of the M of the male? Is this the first leg of the M of the male? Okay, all right. A lot of people are saying it could be. All right. Yes, correct answer. It could be. Okay. Now, what's missing? Well, obviously the second leg. The question is, can I take this over here? Okay. The answer is yes. Why? If the 13 EMA went above the water, let's say the 13 EMA went above the water like that, then I can't take this one. I have to wait for the second leg. All right. 13 did not go above the water. So theoretically, the water and the male are so close to each other. That's why they spiked the male, because it was already there. You know what I'm saying? By the time they come to the water, what's the distance from here to here is marginal. So they just went above it and hit it. As long as the 13 stayed below, this is a water bounce. Your entry is there going short. Now, if the 13 crossed it, then you can take the first leg. You simply wait for the second leg and then take the M of the male. All right? Sometimes what they'll do is you take this one. You can take this one at the 50-50 bounce, and 13 will cross above on the second leg. You take it again, which will come the M of the male. Okay? All right, cool. There's more. I think this is the last one. All right, take a look at this. I'm going to give you guys 2 minutes on this one. The mark from end to the end, right? So mark from here all the way down here. All right? Okay. This is clearer. Let's take a look. All right, so I'm coming off this move, ugly anchor, news, right? Probably negative. You can go after the news, right? So the news candle closes, negative, boom, drops. Okay, I got a 1350 cross. I'm looking for a 1 hour 50-50 bounce, but 13 crosses back above. Okay, so there is no 50-50 bounce going short again, right? So that negates this move, right? Even though this pulled back, no big deal. 13 crosses back above it. It hangs out for many, many, many candles. Sometimes they'll just hang out a little bit and then they pull back, which is fine. But when they hang out for many, many candles, you wait. This becomes the 1350 crosses right there. This makes my first pullback. Okay? I'm going to go short. That's my move. That's my 50-50 bounce. Now I got a 50-200 cross. Ideally, I'm looking for an M off the Mayo, which it is, an advanced M. Out of the band. In the band, notice the 13 cross the 50 back above. No big deal. You're looking for, here it actually gives you half a back move. Okay? Doesn't matter what this thing is, advanced M or whatever, right? You can't take the trade until RSI goes below the market baseline anyway, which this one does. Okay, RSI below signal below market baseline, you take that. Because this is a 50-200 cross M off the Mayo with an anchor, here's my 1350 cross, here's my next move in here. Okay, so I'm looking to take the short right in here, right? RSI below the signal and below the static. I take the first one, it comes back, I take the scratch, or I pass on it because at the end of the day, I pass on it, right? But this is a valid first leg. Okay, I'm supposed to take this, but because it's past 1 o'clock, Carr said not to trade, so you simply pass on this trade. After 6 o'clock, you can take this trade. My question is, can you short from here? Can I take this short? Because this is when you come in and you're allowed to trade after 6 o'clock. Can I take this short right here? All right, I only got 2 answers. Okay, good. No. No, 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 no. Okay, no is the correct answer. Okay, no is the correct answer. Why? This is my first leg, my friend. The second leg, RSI line has to be below the market baseline, so the entry is right there going short. You cannot take this trade here. The RSI line, the black line, has to be below the market baseline. That's why I very specifically said that is a valid entry, but you're not supposed to trade after 1 o'clock. So the valid entry makes it for the first leg. So now I already got the first leg in place. I just can't take that trade because I know end of the day they're going to do the false move session beginning, right? Yeah, they kind of sort of not really did that, right? Still in the session, end of the session. So beginning of the session, they did it right there. But I can't take this trade anyway because that's my second leg. I have to wait for it to go below the market baseline. That's what I meant. All right, so look at this move. Anchor, ugly. News fires. It did hit the stop above the high. I'm going to short it. I can't take this at the 50-50 bounce because the 13 crossed back above it. 13 has to be below the 50 to be a 50-50 bounce in most cases. All right, there's variation to the theme. Okay, 1350 did cross here again. This is my first pullback. Here's my 1 hour 50-50 bounce. 50-200 cross is considered an anchor, right? Remember, safety and 50-50 bounce are considered an anchor. Okay, so in other words, this could be a safety move in here. But that doesn't matter. 13 went above. I'm going to take this move. Then off here is a half a bat in here. So I'm going to take this short. M off the Mayo, half a bat off the Mayo. All right, because this 1350 crossed again, I have another shot to take this short in here, right? Because I got the first leg in a non-trading time, I have to wait for the second leg to be below the market baseline, or third leg, or fourth leg, or fifth leg. But I cannot take it until RSI goes below the market baseline. That's when I get short. Okay? That is how you dissect a chart. Look at a chart and be like, where will I take this trade across the aggregate?